We all rely on data, right? But what happens when that data is just wrong? Now, you probably think the biggest threat is someone out there, intentionally faking the numbers. But what if the real problem, the thing that's really messing with our data, is hiding in plain sight, baked into the very systems we use every single day?
Okay, so let's dive right into this. We're going to start by tearing down what I like to call the integrity illusion. It's this gut feeling we have that when data goes bad, it must be because of something big and dramatic. But really, that's almost always just a symptom of something way deeper.
I mean, think about it. When there's a problem, our minds immediately jump to the stuff on the left. Falsification, fraud, some bad actor cooking the books. But the reality, well, it's usually the stuff on the right. It's way less exciting, but it's a far, far more common culprit. Just simple, honest-to-goodness flaws in how the system was designed in the first place.
And this, right here, this just nails the core idea. It's not really about bad people trying to do bad things. It's about systems that accidentally create these little opportunities for errors to just creep in. The problem isn't malice. It's that the path of least resistance, the easiest way to get the job done, well, that path leads directly to bad data. So let's keep going. If it isn't some mastermind out to sabotage everything, then what is it? Well, we're about to uncover what we can call the real data killers. And you'll see, these are the kinds of harmless, everyday things that are silently poisoning our most important information.
So, what are these data killers? Look at this list. There's nothing shocking here, is there? It's the stuff we all see and maybe even do. Tons of manual data entry. Taking those little shortcuts and workarounds just to hit a deadline. Relying on someone's memory of how something is supposed to work instead of having a real documented process. Every one of these seems small, maybe even harmless in the moment, but these are the cracks where data integrity almost always begins to crumble.
And this phrase just sums it all up perfectly. We all start out with good intentions, right? We have the right procedures. But slowly, little by little, the need to get things done quickly and easily, that need for convenience, it just starts to chip away at the rules. It's a slow drift, but it almost always ends up in the exact same place. Data you just can't trust.
So this brings us to a really crucial distinction. You can think of this as a tale of two completely different ways of building things. You've got your weak systems and you've got your strong systems. And how they're built, right from the ground up, pretty much defines everything about the data they're going to produce.
Just take a look at this comparison. It says it all. On the left, that's the foundation of a weak system. It's built on stuff that feels good, good intentions, informal practices. It runs on that super dangerous assumption that, everyone just knows how this works. But then, look to the right. A strong system is built on something so much more solid. We're talking built-in controls, workflows that are actually integrated, and a design that's meant to reduce how much we have to rely on someone's memory or judgment.
And get this, it goes even deeper than just the process. It's the whole philosophy behind it. The core philosophy of a weak system is that convenience always wins out over compliance. But a strong system, it's designed so that the easiest, most convenient path is the correct path. The right action becomes the default action.
Okay, so we've pretty much diagnosed the problem inside and out. The big question is, how do we fix it? So let's pivot to the solution. Let's look at the actual blueprint for building what you could call an architecture of reliability.
And it really comes down to these four essential pillars. First, controls aren't some checklist you fill out at the very end. No, they're integrated, baked right into the workflow. Second, oversight is routine. It's just a normal part of how things get done, not some panic button you press when something goes wrong. Third, the system is smart enough to detect errors early. And finally, when you do have to make a correction, and you will, it's totally transparent and traceable.
And this really gets to the heart of what a strong system is all about. It's proactive, not reactive. The whole goal is to design a process that's so solid that it just eliminates the opportunity for error or manipulation before it can even happen. You're not just posting a guard at the door, you're building a fortress.
So as we start to wrap this up, it all really boils down to one simple but incredibly powerful idea. The final takeaway is this: you have to design, not just trust. I'm just going to let this quote sit here for a second because it says everything perfectly. Good data does not arise from trust alone. It is the result of intentional system design. Trust is amazing. You need it for a healthy team for sure, but trust is not a system control. Real reliability, that has to be engineered. It has to be intentional.
And that leaves us with one last question to ask ourselves about our own work. I want you to take a really hard look at your processes, your workflows.
Are they built on the hope that everyone will just do the right thing? Or are they intentionally designed for integrity? The answer to that question makes all the difference in the world.